quick game. The faster I can get out of here, the faster I can get home, put the last of my stuff in the car, and head for Florida.
At least it looks like you got good weather for the day.
That's
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Freeport Academy for this afternoon's girls varsity basketball game between your Freeport Academy Raiders and the Falcons of Freeport. Now for our starting lineups for today's game for Freeport. At forward, number 10, senior Emily Rose. For Freeport Academy at forward, sophomore number 1, Bradley Gary. For the Falcons at guard, junior number 12, Abby Giroux. For Freeport Academy at guard, sophomore number 22, Addison Valente. At guard for the Falcons, a sophomore number 11, Isla Patashaw. Freeport Academy at guard, sophomore number 3, Presley Knapp. At guard for the Falcons, a sophomore number 21, Kai Kennedy. At forward for the Raiders, a sophomore number 11, Katie Forrest. At forward for Freeport, a sophomore number 23, Mari Amida. At forward for Freeport Academy, junior number 12, Brady Sands. Freeport Academy is coached by Kristen Stacy. The head coach of Freeport is Joel Rogers. Our officials this afternoon are Brian Treadwell and Chris Gorham. Our athletic trainer is Jess Werner, and the official scorekeeper for today's game is Stu Frost. At this time, would you kindly rise and join us in our national anthem?
we are set to get this thing underway. Starting lineups for the Raiders: Gary, Valente, Forrest, Sands, and Knapp.
Yeah, and the Lady Raiders are going to be a little short-handed today. We see only 7 out there dressed. We got some people who are home for the Christmas break already, so they're going to make do with what they got.
That's the hazards of a school where you have some dorm students. Let's see who is not here. Let's see. Jackie Guzman Gonzalez is here. Looks like Emma Nagel is here.
I don't see Loda Vasquez.
Yeah, or Martinez.
Right.
The opening tip is controlled by the Falcons. Number 12 is Abby Giroux. 21 is Kai Kennedy. Inside to number 10, Emily Groves, one of the captains.
And we're going to see a lot of that. Emily put up 18 points in the last game. She's got a height advantage. I expect them to duck that down a lot into the post today.
First possession for the Raiders. KP Forrest up top, guarded by Groves. Long three off the front rim and no good. On the floor, and it is wrestled away by Knapp.
Yeah,
Nice.
Showing some strength on the inside. I'd like to see that.
They spin it around to Sands, and now it's back out to Valente. Knapp on the cut. They lose it and get it back. Forrest gets it out to Knapp. Forrest cutting through. No, I'm sorry, that was Gary cutting through. Either way, the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I was about to commend Freiburg for showing a lot of patience, wheeling the ball around, moving it back and forth, and then all of a sudden they forced a pass in the middle that went out of bounds. If they can continue to show patience, I think it's going to help them out.
Down low to Groves. She misses the layup, gets her own rebound, and that's a travel on Abila.
Yeah, she didn't sweep the floor. When you catch the ball that high and then take a big step forward, it's almost going to be a travel every time.
So Valente will put the ball in play to Knapp. We've played a minute and a half here in the first quarter. Knapp, one way then the other. Forrest, tipped away by Groves. Forrest is back, goes in and hits it.
Yeah, if you're Forrest, you got to have a guard hand out there. You got to have a lower dribble. You could just see Groves was just timing it. She was waiting, saw it bounce too high, picked the pocket.
Timeout on the floor. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 4-0 quickly in favor of the Falcons. All 4 points from Emily Groves.
Yeah, she looks like a very solid player in a limited sample size here today. Quick post-up basket, a nice spin to the right. Defensive play, brought it down to the basket. Had a good shot in between those two possessions, didn't go in, but again, I think we're going to see that rinse and repeat of dumping it down to the post over and over again until Freiburg shows they can stop it.
I believe Groves is a senior in addition to being one of the team captains. It will be Freiburg basketball under the basket. Gary will put it in play.
And why I want to see the Raiders show so much patience is just wear that defense out, especially when you're shorthanded. If you can pass the ball, make them move side to side over and over again, take some clock out, it just helps you in the long run.
And as we know, it takes more to play defense in terms of its what it takes out of your body. Driving, throwing up a runner, no good from Knapp, and the rebound comes to Kennedy. On the left. Spinning in the lane, off the backboard, no good. That was Giroux.
Yeah, a little bit of a wild shot. A lot of Raiders inside near the rim to get the rebound.
Looking for Sands heading towards the baseline, but it was a bit overthrown and out of bounds.
And those are the types of passes we need to eliminate. I mean, there was no clear edge. You didn't have to force that into a small window. Take your time, make the best pass.
In tennis, we call that an unforced error.
Exactly.
I think we call it that in basketball, too.
I would call it the same.
In fact, it's called that in life in general. This is Giroux. Finally dropping it back out to Kennedy. And we've got a foul on the shot. I believe that will be free throws for Kai Kennedy.
Yeah, they got Addie Valente reaching in on that one. She's trying to play some help defense. Just got her on the arm.
First foul in the game. Kennedy off the front rim with the first one.
Now, Freeport has two pretty good-sized girls down in the low block, so boxing out on this second free throw is going to be pretty imperative.
Let's see if they're able to do it. They are. Nice job by Forrest, actually.
Yep, well done.
Just like they draw it up. Sands. And she goes in. They take it away from her.
Yeah, she saw Briley Gary down the post, try to get it to her, but couldn't get it out of her hands fast enough.
Groves gets swallowed up, back out to Giroux. That's a three, and it's good. Abby Giroux with her first basket.
And in their last game, Giroux was their second leading scorer behind Groves. So they're going to their two primary ball players so far.
That's exactly where they are right now. And now Groves on the steal. Goes in, lays it up, and she missed it. Knapp with the rebound.
Yeah, a little aggressive with that left hand. Kind of hit it hard off the glass, spun right out.
I'm going to bet she's going to make that more often than not. At the other end, Knapp misses the three. And here come the Falcons again. We've played almost half of this first quarter. Giroux to Groves. Back out to Giroux. She is shut off by Forrest.
So Freiburg's been switching all the pick and roll, so there's a pretty bad mismatch down below with Addie Valente doing her best against Groves.
They get it over in the corner to Giroux. In and out. Rebound to
Briley Gary.
Gary. That is no good. And Kennedy's got the rebound.
Just got to see that first shot go in. Takes the lid off, takes a little bit of the pressure off. They've had a few good looks. One will go soon.
Kennedy with the basketball. Guarded by Knapp. Now it's Giroux behind the screen. Number 11 is Isla Pattershall. Pattershall drives back to Kennedy. Cross court to Groves, open behind the three, but instead she powers her way in and lays it in.
Yeah, a little too aggressive on the closeouts by Braley Sands. We know Groves can score from inside. I'm not sure if she can shoot threes or not. I'm taking my chances on the outside and not just letting her blow by for a layup.
And generally that's the way it works. They thread the needle, get the ball into Gary, and she lays it in. First basket on the afternoon for the Raiders. They trail it 9-2.
And the other advantage of the made basket was it lets you get into your full court press. Freeport couldn't find somebody to inbound to. Got a 5-second violation. So offense leads to defense, and hopefully defense leads to more offense.
Forrest is out, and Jackie Guzman-Gonzalez is in. They get perhaps a little better shooting on that substitution, but they lose some size. On the cut. Nicely saved by Valente, and Knapp has it.
It was a really nice pass by Knapp. Just couldn't quite handle it on the inside, but Valente did a good job saving it.
On the cut, Gary. It's knocked away and out of bounds. It will be Freiburg basketball. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to play here in the first quarter, and we've got a timeout. That one called by Freeport.
And that was a nice possession by Freiburg. Gary came off a screen. The person was chasing behind her. She curled to the inside like she should. A well-delivered bounce pass. Just couldn't, again, handle it, but out of bounds on Freeport. So I like what I'm seeing in the last few possessions out of Freiburg.
9-2 is our score. Emily Groves, 6 points of the 9 for Freeport. The other 3 came on an Abby Giroux 3. The basket for Freiburg, Briley Gary.
Yeah, and those two girls for Freeport combined for 30 in their last game. So Freiburg's going to identify that. Hopefully Coach Stacy's pointing that out in this timeout or the last timeout. I'm sending quick double teams into the post, particularly on Groves, and trying to limit the damage, make somebody else beat you.
That's the adage, and it has been in basketball as long as I've been watching the sport. Sometimes it's a matter of let the stars, the get their points. Don't let anybody else beat you.
Yeah, even if it's a team level or a player level, right? When you're on defense, you want to take away the thing they want to do most, right? With a team, it's dumping it into Groves. With a player, it might be driving to her right hand. Try to take that away. Make them do their secondary or third things that they're best at, and you'll have more success.
Gary, Valente, Knapp, Guzman, Gonzalez, and Sands on the floor for the Raiders. Guzman, Gonzalez. Back to Sands. She goes in, throws it up, can't get it to fall, but rebound underneath Valente, and they get it back out. Guzman, Gonzalez. All the way back out to Knapp.
See if they can take it. Oh, I can't take advantage of the extra possession. Tough pass inside. It really wasn't there at all.
I am wondering who she was throwing it to. It was almost like she was looking at the woman, the girl who was closest to her, and then she overthrew her like she decided she wanted to throw it to the one on the far corner. That's a three. Abby Giroux, she's got 2 threes for 6 points. Giroux and Groves each with 6, and they've each done it different ways. 2 threes or 3 twos.
Yeah, she's clearly the person you can't help off of. I want to see those double teams inside the post, but I don't want to see it off of Giroux. It needs to be off of anybody else.
12-2 is our score. A minute left to play here in the first quarter. Giroux goes in, throws it up, air ball.
Yeah, good defense by Eddie Valente on that one. She was all over.
Here come the Raiders. Gary to Knapp to Valente. She drives, throws it up in the lane. It's an air ball, but Knapp is right there for the, I don't know if we call that a rebound. I think it actually, on the scoreboard, on the scorebook, would be a pass.
Yeah, Addie Valente had space and time for one more dribble, kind of threw it up in between, didn't go in. Another extra possession, though, and we got to start seeing those extra possessions turn into extra buckets.
Kennedy.
And he's been doubled right away.
Groves, and they do double her. She turns and shoots and misses off the glass, and Sands has the rebound.
Yep, good healthy and then good rebound by Braley Sands.
Guzman Gonzalez loses it to Asila. And the shot at the buzzer is no good. We have played 1 quarter here at Freiburg Academy on this Saturday afternoon matinee. It is 12-2 in favor of Freeport.
So, bad news is you're down by 2. The good news is you identified who the 2 clear threats are on this team at this point. So, limiting their offense, you should be able to do a little bit better, at least identifying those players and trying to take them away. They're good players, and I'm sure some of the other girls in Freeport will step up when needed. But you do that first and foremost. On offense, of course, 1 basket in a quarter is not going to get it done. They've had some good looks. They've also had some turnovers. We've seen that a lot this season. And if we can just limit those turnovers, get more of those shots up, even if you're not shooting a high percentage, more shots means more baskets.
It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, it's not as simple when you're trying to do it on the court.
Right. But I mean, they're getting better looks than they did the last couple games against York and Mount Ararat. This is going to be some more of those, mid-paint floaters, because that seems to be the open spot. They're being pretty aggressive out on the wings. The Freiburg Academy girls have been driving by their defenders with some success. Just a matter of either flipping up that floater for a basket or identifying a person and making a nice pocket pass on the inside in traffic.
Starting lineup out there for Freeport. For the Raiders, no change from the end of that first quarter as it's Gary, Valente, Knapp, Guzman, Gonzalez, and traveling on Sands.
Yeah, she caught it, couldn't quite stop her momentum, took 1-2 steps after the catch and correct call on the travel.
So Giroux brings it up for the Falcons. Kennedy down to Grove. She's double teamed, but she gets fouled.
Yeah, the double team wasn't quite tight enough. They gave her enough room to pivot, split in between the two defenders, and then they were kind of reaching a little bit, and that led to a foul. Just going to be really shoulder to shoulder on inside the paint.
On the good side for the Raiders, she missed the shot. Rolls around and in. Second free throw for Groves is good. She's got 8 points. And it's a 14-2 game in favor of Freeport. Guzman Gonzalez. Pass in the feet of Gary.
And there's no reason for Guzman Gonzalez to pick up her dribble where she did. She's so far from the basket. If they're going to press her up there, drive by. If you're not ready to drive by, keep your dribble until somebody's available to pass to. If you pick it up there, you're just asking for trouble, which happened there. They got lucky and went off of Freeport and went out of bounds.
And if you drive by, usually something opens up because it forces them to change their defense. That's a long three for Knapp. Sands has the rebound. She is tied up. No, it's a foul.
Yeah, I think Freiburg might have got a beneficial call on that one because it looked like it was tied up to me as well, but we'll take it.
Knapp will attempt to put the ball in play. He's looking for somebody down low and winds up throwing it into the corner to Valente, who gets it out to Knapp. Valente for three. Off and no good. Bounces around, and Groves, using her height advantage, gets the rebound. Giroux, Kennedy.
They had Groves again on the dump, and I'm surprised they didn't take it.
Giroux drives, and they take it away from her. Knapp and Valente combined on the steal. Knapp to Guzman Gonzalez. Coming up on 6:20 to play here in the half. Knapp drives baseline, throws it up. A little too strong over the basket.
Oh, good possession, though. They got it inside the paint. They collapsed that zone, then they were able to kick it out. Defense had to come, overextend. Knapp drove, had a good look at it. Just going to see some of these drop.
That's no good. Giroux misses.
No, good box out, though, by Bradley Gary. She had Groves pinned behind her. Groves has got some height and some strength, but Gary did a good job pushing her back, securing some extra space, and going to get the ball.
Guzman Gonzalez way out deep. Valente on the cut, back in the corner to Gary. That's a three.
That's twice in a row. They found Valente in the middle of the zone. She was able to kick it out to that corner. Had a good look because of it. Great shot.
Groves brings it up. Picked up by Knapp. Kennedy. Giroux. That's Ambila. Off and no good.
Good rebound, Briley Sands. And again, we're okay seeing somebody else shoot, right? Freeport, they were open on that one, but it wasn't their primary scorers. Yeah, it's a double dribble.
Sands double dribbled. 4:57 to play here in the half. Substitution for the Falcons. Number 40, Haley Long, is in the game, and Mary Ambila will sit, and we've got a timeout. I didn't hear who he said took it. 14-5 is our score, with 4:57 to play here in the half.
And so far, you're down by 9, but I think the second quarter is looking better than the first. We've seen several good possessions, good looks. Some have dropped, some have gone in for Freiburg, and a better job of limiting Freeport from getting what they want on the offensive side and making them go to those secondary options.
And some of what they're doing on offense can be told by the people who are handling the ball. It's pretty much Groves and Giroux and maybe Kennedy. But otherwise, we are not seeing a lot of possession by the other players. Groves, now that's out to Patterson, she misses. So as soon as I say that, one of the other players takes a shot.
And misses. And that's what we got to keep doing. Make them beat you. If they hit it, tip your cap. It's okay.
Nice little spin move for Gary.
Yeah, great move by Bradley Gary. I'm not sure I've seen a tight spin in traffic like that. Nice soft touch up around the rim as well.
14-7 is our score. Gary has all 7 points for the Raiders. Stolen by Knapp. Nice little tiptoe there along the baseline to keep from going out of bounds.
Yeah, she did a good job of showing and then dropping back towards Groves, kind of anticipating the pass. It was really well done.
Sands gets blocked.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much you want to try to take Groves up in the post.
Groves all the way in.
And she
And
just
lays
played
it
some
in.
bully ball on both ends, right? I'm too big, I'm too strong. Blocked the shot, dribbled it down, bodied the person under the basket on the other side and went up.
It was all about her.
Yep.
Knapp for 3. Off and no good. Guzman Gonzalez tracks it down, however. Underneath, looking for Knapp, just too darn many Falcons in the way. And Groves brings it up. Kennedy has it. That's a 2 for Long, and it misses. Giroux with the rebound, drives baseline. I believe she stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, some aggressive defense on the interior led to a step out of bounds.
So Valente will put the ball in play. Coming up on 3 minutes to play here in the half. Knapp to Valente for 3. Off the back rim and no good. And look who's there for the rebound. Groves gets it, and it's Giroux bringing it up to Long. Kennedy on the cut. That is no good. Ambila misses the shot.
Yeah, and outside of Groves and Giroux, I haven't seen a shot that's really been close out of the Freeport side. So,
And they have, the two of them, all 16 points that the Falcons have scored today. There's Knapp. Has to bring it back out to Valente. Coming up on 2:20 to play here in the
and
half.
out. That's exactly what you want to see.
And
that's
Knapp
why.
throws it up and hits it.
Whenever you can throw it inside around that free throw line, inside the paint on the zone, they collapse, they turn their head, and they got to close out. It just makes life so much harder on the defense.
Long for 3. That is no good, and it's knocked out of bounds by Ambila.
And good job by Bradley Sands. Again, she's fighting for everything she can on the inside. Again, there's a couple of girls on this Freeport team. But the offensive rebounds haven't killed them yet. They've been doing a good job boxing out.
And that was another example of it right there. Knapp bringing it up. Less than 2 minutes in the half. Valente. Down low to Knapp. Sands on the baseline. Drives, goes up, and hits it.
Great take. Get the ball inside the middle of the paint, then dump it in the short corner, and a very nice take by Brayley Sands and a good finish.
It's a 5-point game here late in the half. Kennedy for 3. Oh, that's a killer.
And that's okay. We talked about that. If the other girls are hitting shots, sometimes you just say, okay, they hit one. Let's see them do it again. We're going to play the percentages.
So it's now an 8-point lead at 19-11 for Freeport. 1:15 to play here in the half. Knapp misses from outside, and Groves has the rebound. Kennedy in the backcourt, pressured by Guzman Gonzalez. Almost throws it away, but Groves gets it over the timeline. Stops, pops, and hits.
Yeah, I like the attempted trap by Bradley Gary. The problem was once Groves got through, nobody picked her up after that. She's the best player on the court. Even if she's not your person, the closest person to her has to identify that and go take it away.
That's a 3 for Valente. That is no good. It is knocked around, and Giroux's got it.
Get ready to take a charge.
Giroux misses.
Good job by Addie Valente walling that one off. She really made that a tougher shot than I think Freeport was planning on.
20 seconds to play here in the half. Guzman Gonzalez, Sands back to Gary. She misses. Ball is on the floor. Guzman Gonzalez steals it to Knapp, who lays it in. 8 seconds here in the half. Here comes Giroux, guarded by Knapp. 3 seconds, 2 off the screen for 3, and that is no good at the buzzer. They got to within 5. It was back to 10, and it's 8 at the half. 21-13 is our score. We will come back and talk about the first half right after this. Wait a minute. Arena on the campus of Freiburg Academy. 21-13 is our score at the half. You know, once again, saw some things I really liked out there, and then of course there are always some things that don't go as you'd like them to go.
Yeah, I mean, an 11-point quarter for the Lady Raiders is one of the better quarters we've seen this season. They got a lot of good looks. They moved the ball inside and outside. Still a few too many turnovers. Yeah, they had some missed shots, but you just live with that as long as you're getting good looks. So I thought it was a very strong second quarter for them. Hopefully they can continue that into the second half.
And since they are averaging just about 22 points per game, those 11 points in one quarter is looking pretty good. Scoring for the Raiders, Briley Gary has 7, Presley Knapp has 4, and Briley Sands has 2 for a total of 13. And on the other side, Emily Groves leads all scorers with 12. Abby Giroux has 6. And Kai Kennedy hit that 3 towards the end of the second quarter. The only points scored by a Falcon not named Groves or Giroux.
Yeah, and I was a little bit worried coming into this game that Freiburg had only 7 dressed players, that the lack of depth might hurt them. But neither side really substituted much at all in the first half. I think we might have seen one player come off the bench for each for a few minutes here or there, but it was mostly relying on the starters on both sides.
Yeah, Guzman Gonzalez, the only substitution for the Raiders, and I believe that Haley Long was the only substitution for the Falcons.
Yep.
So that's 6 players for each team playing. We'll see if that has some effect in the second half. 21-13 is our score at the half, and we'll be back with the second half right after this. Third quarter set to begin. Falcons by 8 with the ball. Kai Kennedy puts it in play to Abby Giroux. Guarded by Valente to Kennedy, guarded by Knapp. Here's Groves. She's got 12 points. Underneath, back out to Groves. She drives all the way in, throws it up a little too hard, but the rebound to Ambila.
Yeah, and Groves tries
Off the glass.
awfully aggressively. There's opportunities for a charge, but in this case, gets
Was
kicked
that
back out.
Groves or Giroux?
That was Giroux. How'd you know it was one or the other?
I just had to, I guessed. Giroux's got 8. And it's a 10-point lead. Underneath, they get it to Valente, but Giroux is there to cause the jump ball.
Yeah, good attempt at a backdoor. It was very close to being there. Good job by the defense wrapping that up.
Possession arrow to the Raiders. They spin it around to Knapp for 3.
And that was a very well executed out of bounds play. She came off 2 screens, got the ball perfectly in time and rhythm, and was able to make the 3 because of that.
And a little bit of aggressive defense there results in the treble.
Yeah, we've seen the few times they've made some baskets and been able to put their full court press on it. It has given Freeport a little bit of trouble and a couple of turnovers as a result.
And quickly, the Falcons want a timeout. We've played just under a minute here in the third quarter, 23-16. It's a 7-point advantage for Freeport.
Yeah, and I don't think the coach liked what he saw on that attempted press break either. I think he's just trying to say, hey, we work on this in practice. We have our press break. Let's get in it. Be ready if they make a basket for them to press. We shouldn't be a surprise to us again.
And we'll see if it is a surprise if the Raiders try it again.
But again, after a tough shooting first quarter, we're seeing Freiburg put the ball in the basket with some regularity and maybe some of the more consistent offense we've seen all season.
Knapp now has 7 points. She and Gary lead the Raiders with 7 each. The other 2 points coming from Briley Sands. But on the other side, Groves and Giroux have 20 of their 23 points. Gary puts it in play and gets it back. Gets it out. Sands. KP Forrest is in the game. Driving as Knapp lays it in.
Yeah, and Freeport changed from the zone they were playing to man-to-man, and Knapp said, thank you very much. I can beat my person one-on-one, no problem.
All the way down in, picked up by 3 different players, was Giroux. Groves fake, up in the lane, throws it up, no good, but the rebound comes back out to Giroux, who misses.
Nice job, Briley Gary, securing that secondary chance, not giving him a third shot.
Raiders could get to within 3. They're down 23-18. Knapp. Valente, guarded by Giroux. Valente steps back. Knapp to Sands to Forrest, trying to hit. Who did it go out off? Went off of Knapp. Yeah.
At a certain point, we got to make some of these backdoor cuts illegal because sometimes the Lady Raiders can't help but throw it even if it's not there. But I think we see more turnovers on those backdoor cuts than anything.
Kennedy into Abila. She drives and commits the offensive foul.
Nice job, Briley Sands, staying in there, holding their ground, taking the contact.
And then falling. 5 minutes and 41 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
And what's turned into just a 5-point game. I mean, another bucket here would make it a 1-possession game.
Valente holding it. Looking for something. Knapp. Guarded by Kennedy. Trying to find Gary, and it is stolen away by Pattershaw. Giroux to Kennedy. Groves out behind the three-point line, underneath. And Abila missed the shot.
Yep, Braley Sands is playing some pretty competitive defense in there, even being outmatched or outsized a little bit. The effort and the footwork is there.
Nice block there on Knapp, and here come the Falcons. Giroux misses the shot on the break, and it's out of bounds off Giroux.
Yeah, that was good timing by Giroux on the block, timing a left-handed layup by Knapp. Came down with it. Just saw the ball rim out, scrum in the middle by Freiberg, trying to make it muddy, getting that rebound, and went out of bounds on Freeport.
Guzman Gonzalez in the game for the Raiders, and Valente will sit. Again, the Raiders have used only 6 players today, but so has Freeport.
Wow.
Nice little move there.
I guess we saw that in the first half, that little spin to her right and flicking up the hook shot. Must be something she's working on. She seems to like it.
And that is not an easy move to make. Abelia hits the shot. That is her first basket on the afternoon, and it's a 5-point game again at 25-20. 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Forrest to Knapp. Guzman Gonzalez, and she loses it. Goes out of bounds.
And that's just kind of taking your eyes off the ball. I think she was trying to see where she wanted to pass it next. Didn't really secure the ball first. Hit off her hands and went out of bounds.
Kennedy brings it up for the Falcons. To Giroux, tied up but not long enough by Gary. Giroux in the lane, misses the shot, and Ambia is there for the rebound. Almost stolen. Kennedy over to Giroux for 3. She misses. The rebound comes all the way out to Kennedy, trying to get it down low to Ambila, and it is stolen by the Raiders.
Yeah, Freiberg looked a little tired chasing after some of those rebounds that time. Freeport went much more aggressively on that. Now that's a backdoor cut that worked.
And she missed the shot. That was Gary. That one, as you said, worked. It was open. Giroux steps back, throws up a 3 off the glass.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That was not on purpose, but they will take the points anyway.
28-20 is our score. That's a 3 off, no good. And we've got a jump ball. That will go to the Falcons. 2 minutes and 43 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
But good job by Freiberg, forcing the jump ball, changing the possession arrow. I mean, they really weren't in good position to get that rebound. The fact that they got to tie up at all was good pursuit of the basketball.
Kennedy picked up by Knapp to Giroux. Comes off the screen. Ambia. Giroux. Kennedy. Pulls it back out. Giroux. Guarded by Knapp.
I like the fight by Briley Gary on Groves on the inside, trying to cut off that cut, and she did a really good job forcing that outside.
Ambila misses. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Guzman Gonzalez. Sands drives, throws up a runner and gets fouled.
That was going to be a very tough shot. Freiberg's happy to have the free throw attempts on this one.
There have not been a whole lot of free throws in this contest. And Sands will get a couple. 1:44 to play here in the third quarter. 28-20 is our score. Falcons rounding out by 8.
Surprised that one didn't go in. It kind of circled around, seemed like it was going to drop and just spun out.
Ambila comes out, and Darcy Jones, number 30, in the game for the first time for Freeport. Ambila's got 3 fouls. Second free throw is good for Sands.
Now we see that press again.
Giroux passes up the 3. In the corner, out to Kennedy, over to
Watch the
Groves. She drives and is triple teamed, and she got fouled.
So instead of coming in and reaching for that ball, we really need to see Freiburg take one step in front, force Groves to go around, because she's coming in like a bull in a china shop, and nobody's getting in her way to stop her. Take a charge, you could send that one the other way. Instead, you get the foul called on you.
2 free throws for Groves. First one is perfect. She's got 13 points. Make it 14. She's got 4 free throws and is 4 for 4 from the line. 1:20 to play here in the third quarter, a 9-point advantage at 30-21. Driving. Forrest trying to find Knapp, but
Yeah, cross-court pass like that, there's just so much distance to go. It gives the defender a lot of time to step in and tip that away, and that's exactly what happened on that one.
less than a minute. Groves goes up and lays it in. Terrific move by Emily Groves to the hoop. She's got 16, and it's an 11-point advantage for Freeport.
She's a great player. She's a strong player. She wants to go right, though. You got to really take that spin off the left shoulder, kind of right hook away, force her into the middle where the help should be.
Sands out to Gary for 3. Air ball, but underneath, and it is blocked by Groves.
It's volleyball spiked by Groves. But offensive rebound, good attempt to put it up. I would have done the same thing. I also would have got blocked by Groves, so it happens.
I certainly would have been blocked. They turn it over, and here comes Groves at the other end. She's all the way in, lays it up and in. 4 seconds to play in the third quarter, and they are not going to get a shot off.
No, and a small nit on that one. I would have loved to see Briley Gary sprint, get even with her, and take a foul up around the three-point line. There was 5 seconds. You weren't going to be in the bonus. Make them take it outside instead of having her just get up an easy layup.
And she backed off.
She did. She could have got there. She could have done it. Something that they could work on, right? Maybe this is a teachable moment. That could have taken 2 points off the board.
8 minutes to play here on this Saturday afternoon contest, and Freeport is leading Freiburg by 13, 34-21.
So Freiburg was at quarter. I saw some girls with some hands on some hips and taking some deep breaths. A lot of physical play inside. We did see a little more on the substitutions, but I think the second half they're getting a little tired. So that's showing up on the scoreboard because Freeport was able to score a bunch of points that time, often due to some second chances or some points off turnovers.
And we talked about the fatigue factor since 6 players have played for Freiburg. Now we've seen 7 different players out there for Freeport, but a lot of minutes for a lot of these kids on this Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, and when you're playing against a bigger team and they're trying to bash you inside, I mean, that is physical work. It takes a toll on you. And the Freiburg has been doing a good job. I mean, they're undersized in most games. They've been fighting very hard inside. It's very impressive. But it does take a toll, and I can understand how they get tired. So hopefully they can come out this fourth quarter with a second or maybe even third win.
We'll see what happens. Raider ball to start the fourth quarter. Forrest leaves it for Valente, who misses the shot. And Groves.
Yeah, Valente's going to put some good ball pressure. She just got the last sub. She's just been dying to go in. I mean, defensive pressure's her thing anyway.
Groves spins. No, did not go in, but there is a foul.
No, and what I said last time was don't let her roll to her left for a right hook. Well, she didn't. That time she went to her over her right shoulder with a left hook, showing some versatility on both sides. Very tough matchup.
She is 5 for 5 from the line, and she has 19 points. And she finally misses one. Put the kiss of death on her.
There you go. Commentator's jinx.
14 points, however, is the lead for Freeport at 35-21. The Raiders had this down to 5 at 25-20, and that's a travel.
Yeah. I thought Valente could have drove baseline on that one. She had a taller girl closing out very aggressively. There was no help side there. Had you put it down on the floor with her right hand, I bet she would have got to the basket and either created a good look for her or for her teammate.
Giroux guarded by Valente. Kennedy guarded by Knapp. That was Jones. That's a 3, strong, and Groves with the rebound. She got fouled on the drive.
Yeah, I mean, a foul on the floor is not the worst thing that could happen to Freiburg in that case. When Groves gets the ball that close to the basket, it's just going to force them to reset it. I think the Raiders are okay with that.
Ambila comes in for Jones, and Sands came in for Forrest. Groves, little spin there, couldn't make that work.
And good contest by Guzman Gonzalez in there. I mean, she's given up a foot of height, but she still tried to make her work as best she could.
If you don't have the height, sometimes you have to try to make up for it with muscle. Sands. They spin it around the corner to Valente. She fakes Groves out, but can't make her pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, good learning, though. I mean, that was there that last position. That's exactly what I talked about. Same thing on this one. She did take a baseline, got a good look, just didn't convert.
Kennedy. Little contact there. Groves to Giroux. Giroux. They swing it back out to Groves. To Pattershaw. Now back to Giroux. 6 minutes to play in the contest. Groves goes in off the side of the backboard, and Knapp has the rebound.
Yeah, Presley got a little banged up on that one, both with some contact up around her face and trying to get that rebound, but she's toughing her way through it.
That's a 3 for Knapp that will not go, and Kennedy brings it up. To Groves. Giroux. How many times have we mentioned either of their names this afternoon? That's knocked out of bounds by Knapp.
Yeah, good defensive ball pressure. Got out there, got a hand on it, took it off somebody.
And we are going to see Emma Nagel for the first time for the Raiders as she comes in, and I believe it's Guzman Gonzalez who went out.
Yeah, see if she can provide a spark here. They could use one. They're running a little bit low on time.
They could use somebody. Oh, there's Knapp driving in beautifully.
They could always use a drive to the right hand by Presley Knapp. She converts very often, so great take by her.
The lead is 12, and the Falcons throw it away. 35-23, exactly 5 minutes to play here in the contest.
Yeah, Pattershaw just wasn't looking for the ball at that one. She was open. Giroux saw her, passed it, but Pattershaw was thinking it was going somewhere else, so it went out of bounds. Freiburg will gladly take it.
As we say, one of the players zigged when the other player thought she was going to zag. 5 minutes to play. It's a 12-point advantage for the Falcons at 35-23. And now all 7 of the players for the Raiders who are dressed this afternoon have gotten into the game.
So 5 minutes, down 12. It's going to be tough to get back into this one, but I have liked what I've seen by Freiburg. They have made life harder on the Freeport offense, right? Very early on, Groves and Giroux were getting some easier looks. Everything's been tough since then. We've seen appropriate double teams. We've seen some good rebounding. We've seen some good looks on offense. Haven't made enough shots. I know at about halftime, I think the girls were shooting about 1 for 10 from three-pointer. So we'd like to see a few more of those go in, and it can make a huge difference.
It really, 2 or 3 shots here and there could make all the difference in a game like this.
Well, especially the
Gary.
way Freiburg's had success with the trap after they scored, too, right? A few more buckets could have led to some more turnovers, and they can compound real quick.
Sands trying to get it down low. Gary attempted to save that by knocking it out of bounds off of one of the Falcons, but she stepped out of bounds first.
Yeah, unfortunately, that foot did touch the line before she was able to secure the ball. It's a Freeport's ball.
And here comes Giroux. Picked up by Valente. There's Abila. Out to Groves. They are in no hurry at this point. Pattershall gets it over to Groves. To Giroux. Back to Groves. They can keep moving it around and taking time off the clock. Nice little spin move there by Groves, and she gets fouled on the way in.
Yeah, and Bradley Gary's not sure that she made any contact. She thought she was on the ball, but I've said this 3 or 4 times now. If anybody on the Lady Raiders was willing just to step in and take a charge instead of reaching, they could have had offensive fouls all day because Groves goes in ultra aggressively. And until somebody takes a charge, she should be, right? You're the bigger, stronger player. You should be doing that until the refs have to force you to do something else. But the players haven't put them in a position to give the refs a chance to make that call yet.
21 points on the afternoon for Emily Groves. And it's a 14-point advantage for the Falcons. Knapp drives, kicks it out to Sands for 3.
That was a very pretty looking shot. I mean, that looked like it was going to be dead center the whole way, and then sure enough, it was.
She's got 6.
There we go.
Stolen away. And fouled, I believe, by Pattershall was Nagel.
Yeah, great anticipation by Nagel. Some of that spark and energy coming off the bench we talked about. She's got the speed. Everybody else has been in there for a long time. Jumped out, trying to take it down for a layup, got fouled. Exactly what you want for Freiburg.
That's the first foul in the quarter on the Falcons. Knapp for 3. Off and no good. And Groves has the rebound.
Yeah, another well-executed play by Freiburg on the out of bounds. They got their best shooter in a good position to hit a 3. Unfortunately, didn't go in.
And now Nagel with the foul. Coach is telling his Falcons to go back door if they overplay you.
He wasn't happy by Nagel picking that last pass off. And there it was. They did exactly what the coach said. They had it, but a bad pass. That should have been a foul on Freeport.
Fortunately, the Raiders maintain possession. Here comes Knapp. 2:54 to play here in the contest. Sands, Valente. Knapp. Drives, goes in and lays it in.
Yeah, a great little shoulder fake to the left. Defense is kind of hedging towards the screen, and then she took it to the right where there was no help for a nice layup. Great take.
Presley Knapp has 9 points. Has 13 points. The lead is 9 and another turnover. So here come the Raiders with 2:28 to play.
And we've seen a number of turnovers after made baskets by the Raiders. Again, if you get another basket, try to force another turnover, things are starting to look better.
Nagel loses it, but gets it back. Here's Knapp. Watched by Kennedy, and what do we got underneath? It's a foul on the Falcons. They're second in the quarter. 2:08 to play here in the contest.
Yeah, it wasn't clear who that was on, but Freiburg's had some good plays on these inbounds. Let's see if they can get another one for another good look. Oh, they had it. Yep. And
they make it work. That is beautiful.
That was a fantastic cut by Bradley Gary. On-time bounce pass. I thought there could have been a foul for an and one, but Freiburg will take it.
37-30. It's a 7-point game. Less than 2 minutes to play. Ambila misses the shot. That might have been an ill-advised shot. But Giroux takes it away.
Yeah,
Pattershall.
a quick timeout by Freiburg would have been a good one in that position.
Giroux to Kennedy. Coming up on a minute and a half to play, and Groves has it. Giroux for three. No good. A rebound to Jerry.
Yeah, you
To
can't
Gary.
slow it up now. There's less than a minute and a half. You're down by 7.
Valente. And we got traveling. She dragged the foot.
Yeah, a little overexcited. Tough time for that call, but that's okay. You get up. She's going to try to make up for it with relentless ball pressure, I'm sure, on the next possession.
1:16 to play here in the contest. Raiders trail by just 7, 37-30. They keep trying to claw their way back into it. They've gotten to within 5, but no closer so far.
Yeah, showing a lot of good fight. I mean, that's one thing that hasn't been a problem with this team is the amount of fight. I mean, they come out, they're undersized, generally don't have as many players on the floor, or on the court, I should say, but they come out swinging, and they're continuing trying to press. Now that you see some baskets fall, the energy is great, the execution's even better.
And all it takes is making a basket or two, and somehow the energy comes back. If it was waning a little bit,
It's a big pick-me-up, right? I mean, you work hard, you see all these shots from out. It can be a little discouraging. You see a few go in, it definitely gives you that extra boost.
now my guess here is that coach has told them not to shoot. Just move the ball around.
Yeah.
Giroux has it. We're coming up on a minute to play in the game. Kennedy. The Raiders are going to have to either foul or really go after the ball.
Yeah, there was a time when Bila had the ball early. I would have been fouling her right away.
Giroux shoots the three. It's no good. And Gary has the rebound. And she gets fouled. That's only the third foul, however, on the Falcons with 43 seconds to play. Raiders need a quick basket and
Quick basket, and then you want to force the ball into the hands out of somebody besides Giroux and Groves. Make them catch it, foul them, take your chances.
Nagel trying to get it down low into on the cut to
Right
Gary.
now. You need to foul right now.
And they do. That is the 5th foul in the quarter on the Raiders. And it will send Kennedy to the line for a couple. 28 seconds left in the contest. It's still 7-point lead for Freeport, but the Raiders have certainly made them earn it here this afternoon.
Yeah, and I mean, again, we fouled the right player. Don't foul the primary two. Maybe you get lucky and she misses both. Got to get the rebound. I'm sure the two inside post players for Freeport are going to crash hard on this one.
It's no good. And that's what happens. Exactly. Abila with the rebound. 22 seconds. Giroux.
Got to foul, even if it's the wrong person at this point. There's not enough time on the clock. Have to.
Got to foul Kennedy right
He's trying
there.
to take the foul. They didn't call him that one.
That's a travel.
Wow.
Well, it's a jump.
Freiburg tried to foul 4 or 5 times. I guess you got to really wrap up if you want to get the call at this point.
Kennedy will put the ball in play. 10 seconds remaining. And she gets it in. Giroux just brings it back out. And Sands fouls her with 7 seconds left.
And at this point, this probably wraps up Freiburg's chances. I mean, down 7 seconds, they're shooting the ball. But this was quite possibly their best game of the season. They came down. They played them pretty much even the last 3 quarters.
Yeah, there was that little
ahead a little bit.
Yep, there was that little burst early on in the game.
Yeah, if I remember, it was like 12-2 at the end of the first. So you're down 10. Now you lose the game down 8. Just a stronger start could have made all the difference.
That's a 3, and it's no good. And that is it. 38-30 is our final as the Raiders fall here to the Falcons. We'll come back and wrap it up for you right after this. We'll get that free throw. We are back here at Freiburg Academy. That's the best effort. I don't want to say that the other games there wasn't a good effort, but this was the best effort with some results that we've seen, I think, from this team yet this year.
Yeah, I mean, we don't necessarily believe in a lot of moral victories, but you feel a lot better after this game than you did the last couple. The last two weren't very competitive. This one, you gave up a 10-point first quarter lead, and you outplayed them the rest of the game. I mean, they really showed a lot of fight. They saw more baskets go in than they've seen probably all season. I thought it was a tremendous effort by the Lady Raiders, and certainly you don't want to hang your heads after this one.
They had two kids in double figures. For the Raiders, they were led by Presley Knapp. She had 13 points. Briley Gary had 11, and Brayley Sands had 6. Only 3 kids scored. They had only 7 kids on the bench. They all got into the game, but only 3 of them managed to score, and that's a total of 30 points for the Raiders. For the Falcons, what can we say about Emily Groves? She finished with 21 points. She was, 7 for 8 at the line.
And she's absolutely a tremendous player. She's big, she's strong, she's athletic. She can go with both hands, right and left. Didn't see her take a jump shot in the entire game, but she doesn't have to. I mean, she just kind of bulldozes her way, spins off the contact, and has a nice touch inside. I was very impressed by her in this game.
Yes, I was impressed as well. Abby Giroux had 12, so that is 33 of their 37 points, or 30. I've added something wrong
32.
Here.
You got 5 from 2 other players.
Yeah, so it's 32 of their points. But I've got them for 33, so somewhere I missed I got an extra point. Kai Kennedy had a 3-pointer back in the second quarter, and Mary Ambila had a 2 also in the third quarter. They were the only 2 players besides Giroux and Groves who scored in the contest for Freeport.
Now that Freiburg got a look at them, I know they're going to play them again late in January, this time in Freeport. I think having a little bit more scouting and know how to match up better, if they can make shots like they did in the second half, I think they could really give Freeport a run in that next opportunity.
And we'll see if that happens. The Raiders dropped to 0-6. The Falcons improved their record to 3-3. The Raiders have one more game before the holiday break. They will play Tuesday here against Gray New Gloucester. We are not doing that game on Valley Vision. Our next Valley Vision TV game will be on Tuesday, the 13th of January, when the boys will tangle with the Cape Elizabeth Capers. Until then, for my partner, Mike Davis, our videographer, Scott Verney, everybody else who's here, people back at the studio, and Dave Sartori here. I'm Jeff Flint. That was Dave's hand in there. There we go. Thank you very much. We will see you again in January.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
From me as well.